Hi, everybody. I'm Ian Lindsay from AuraQ, a Mendix delivery partner here in the UK. And I'm delighted to be joined by Peter Hughes from Corant Global to talk about distinction in a global insurance market. Welcome, Peter. Could you start by introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about Corant Global?
Hi, my name is Peter Hughes, and I'm the Group Head of Application Development for Corant Global. I've been working here for just over 4 years, and I'm responsible for leading the development activities across the group. The Corant Group is a global wholesale specialty insurance and reinsurance broker. We also have underwriting solutions for our specialty brands. We employ around 900 staff worldwide. We are a top 10 Lloyd's broker, and we place over $2 billion of premium into the international insurance market annually. As well as London, we have global offices in places like Singapore, Dubai, Bermuda, Germany, France, and several other locations.
Thanks, Pete. And with such a complex organization, what are some of the challenges that you're facing as a business, and what are you doing to address those challenges?
So the insurance market is changing. There's huge demand for technology to introduce introduced across the whole industry. This industry has been around for centuries and with very little change. Traditional processes are significantly inefficient, with duplication across many systems. Some of these systems are 20 years old. You and I might think, surely these are legacy, but in actual fact, these are still core to the broking world. It's just easy to see how operational efficiencies can be improved with connectivity with internal systems as well as external systems. There's significant advantage to offering clients new digital services. How you interact with clients and their experiences is going to completely change. We already had a digital transformation strategy, and this was accelerated because of the pandemic. There was very little or no face-to-face broking during this time. For example, the Lloyd's underwriting room was closed, so everything was moving online. This is at a time when the business is going through significant growth. So not only is there demand from the industry to modernize, but we were faced with challenges, with being able to scale at the same pace the business was.
And what was it that brought you to low code and specifically Mendix?
So we're building business critical solutions. It was really important for us to choose a technology that can work with us. We're trying to digitize manual processes. So the collaboration between the business and technology team, was a key driver for us. We evaluated a number of platforms, and we believed low code, would deliver what we needed. In truth, it's been a differentiator for us to meet the demand. It was always our plan to upskill and cross-train our existing development team to become self-sufficient, but we needed to accelerate the development. So we wanted to work with a delivery partner, that had proven expertise and was able to scale as we expand across the group. So we chose you guys, AuraQ. As you know, we set you quite a challenge from the offset. Where we had a very tight deadline to migrate from another technology.
Yeah, that's right. We started engaging with you early January 2020, and our expectation when we joined was that we had these two products to migrate off of the existing technology that was going to be switched off at the end of March. And then you threw in an extra challenge right very early on and asked us to develop and deliver 3 applications in that same time frame. So we scaled out the team accordingly, and we were able to deliver the first application that was fully built, deployed, and migrated in the first 6 weeks. We also did that second application fully migrated within a six week period, and then that third application we were able to deliver into UAT by the end of March 2020.
Yeah, having delivered 3 apps in roughly 3 months, it generated a lot of interest across the group, and the development activities grew from there.
That's right. I mean, since early 2020 to the current day, we've been working across the group, building out, supporting them, building out a number of different applications. So on the product side, we've digitized a wide variety of insurance products. So those products provide a portal where clients can come on, they can generate a quote. Those quotes are kind of provided automatically using inbuilt risk rating algorithms that we've implemented within the application itself. And they can take that quote all the way up to the point where they can then bind the policy on the platform, automatically generating all the required policy documentation. Once that policy's been bound, we then provide management activities across the life cycle. So midterm adjustments, cancellations, claims management, and we provide back office processing as well. So that's to help the finance team reconcile premium payment collections. And also we've kind of provided a component that will automatically generate a report known as a bordereau, which is a reporting of claims and premium data to Lloyd's of London. On the operational side, we've also provided a number of different applications, the largest of which has been a risk and compliance solution that manages the data collection and due diligence required prior to doing business with an organization. So that incorporates things such as sanction screening via LexisNexis, and then also manages the kind of ongoing refresh of that data. So this gives the Corant entities a good view on the possible risks with dealing with certain companies. And that account opening product is the first phase of a much larger program of development, which will build out a group-wide client portal. To date, we've done some tactical, targeted client portals. It's focusing on the marine and aerospace sides of the business. And across all of those different applications, we've built a number of different integrations, such as integrating to the Hiscox Bind Plus service for property risk rating. We've built a common component that allows for integration into the Corant policy administration system known as Global XB, sanction screening via LexisNexis, and then also integration to Lloyd's List Intelligence, which provides vessel information to support some of the marine solutions. So Pete, across all of those applications, would you mind taking us through an example of those apps in a bit more detail?
Sure. I'm going to talk about the Cyrus Bridge platform. Cyrus is a specific brand within Besso, who are one of the organizations within the group. They provide specialty marine insurance services to clients all around the world. The Cyrus team came to me with a request to enhance their client offering in the current solution they had. At the time, they were using SharePoint to surface policy documents to their clients. Their clients would simply log into the application, view and download their insurance certificates. I planned a discovery meeting to understand, what the team were looking to achieve. Some of the requests just weren't suitable for SharePoint, not without some really heavy coding, custom coding. Instead, I saw this as a great opportunity to build this portal using Mendix. The Cyrus Marine team, as you can imagine, they had some concerns around introducing a new technology because their SharePoint application was client-facing, so they didn't want to lose any of the existing functionality. But from what we'd already developed and achieved with Mendix, I had full confidence that we would deliver what they needed. I put a business case together, and it got signed off by the senior management team. The first priority was to replace what they already had, which obviously wasn't very much. At the same time, I wanted to introduce an enhanced sort of client experience, with a custom design. We worked with the Cyrus team to agree a design. We didn't do this in isolation. We had them fully on board the whole journey. And instantly, we got their buy-in when they saw the first demo. They were really impressed with what we managed to achieve. We've now run 3 phases of development on the platform to enhance client services. Things like claims, premium calculations, online rate quote buying products, And we also integrated, as you mentioned, Ian, with Lloyd's List Intelligence Service, who are a data provider. Having access to this third-party data, we were able to plot the location of a client's fleet of vessels using the GPS coordinates. As you can see, we plotted those on the map for visual representation to the client. What's really interesting here is our war breach product. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what that is. When a voyage is being planned, it's only natural that the route will avoid any war zone areas. A war zone area can extend for several miles off the coast of a particular country. However, in reality, there could be an event that means the vessel veers towards these zones and even enters the zones. For example, if there's a storm out at sea and a vessel might need to stay closer to the shore, then it has no option other than to enter or go near, enter or at least get near to the war zone area. Because we can access the GPS data of the vessels, we can accurately pinpoint when a vessel crosses over into a war zone and how long it was within that zone as it crosses back out. We can automatically then notify the underwriter, and they can adjust the premiums accordingly. That without this data, the client would have to spend an enormous amount of time, manual time, declaring this information to the underwriter or to us manually. So rather than a glorified document management solution, and we now have an enhanced client portal.
That's great, Pete. Thanks. It sounds like quite a rich set of features, and that proactive and automated war breach quoting sounds like a bit of a differentiator for the Cyrus team.
Yeah, it certainly is. We're not aware of any other broker offering this level of service to their clients. So yeah, it's definitely a differentiator for us.
So across kind of all of the applications over the past 18 months, what sort of results are you seeing within the business?
So, we're seeing business and IT value, as I'm sure every other Mendix client is seeing, but particularly for us, it's the speed of delivering new products to market and being able to adapt quickly to market changes. Our client offerings, give us a competitive advantage, and we continue to expand on these services. Some of the key stats you can see on the screen, these are all individual apps. For example, our cyber products saw a return on investment in the first 3 months, which is phenomenal. We built a solution for one division where they can process more business without having a larger team. This translates into $120,000 operational cost saving. So that's again, significant. A single product on the ed broking side has generated over 1 million in net earnings. And that's from one product. So. And as I mentioned earlier, that we are looking to upskill our existing dev team. We have been, and we now have 7 Mendix certified developers. And AuraQ, you've helped guide the development team through that process. And this is just the start. We're only 18 months into our relationship with Mendix and AuraQ. We expect continued demand for digital solutions, and we have huge pipeline of new products.
Great. Some of those stats are incredible, Pete. For other organizations that are maybe just starting out on their journey or currently evaluating Mendix as a platform, is there any advice that you could offer them?
Sure. I think engaging with a delivery partner early on will really help you get the most out of the platform. The expertise, best practices, these can all be used to enable your own team. And while your team are being upskilled and trained, you can also get things delivered using the partner resource. So that's one. Another one, you'll agree, and good product owner engagement is instrumental, and that will make the delivery successful if you do get that.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think with the pace that Mendix development teams can build with the platform, having a dedicated product owner that's available to answer questions that the team might have, and also to kind of make the key decisions on prioritization. I think that's absolutely critical to maintain the pace of development.
Yeah. And one final one, I think, don't be afraid to try something new. Mendix can really help you innovate. So try something new.
That's fantastic. Well, listen, Pete, thanks very much for taking the time to take us through your experiences today. We're all excited to see what else you're going to be building over the next 18 months and beyond. So thanks again, and I hope you enjoy the rest of Mendix World.
Will do. Thank you, Ian.